Hey, Cynthia Womble, welcome in. Faith, welcome in. Never clicked the button, so welcome in. Hey, Mexipina, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Mexipina, I was in Carlsbad this weekend. It was beautiful over there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Victoria, welcome back. Yeah, I was thinking about that fields. So pretty. I haven't been to Carlsbad in forever. I always forget how local it is and how pretty it is. We'll begin the live in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for the room to get filled. Faith, where is your grandfather's funeral going to be at? Is it local or do you have to travel a little? Oh, Alabama. Oh, okay. Alabama. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for the room. He is in Millbrook. I was born in Montgomery, but have been in. Oh, wow. How far is Montgomery from Alabama? Can you travel there by train, or is it you have to go by car? Decent length. Oh, the drive. Oh, okay. I gotta look on the map again. Oh, thank you for Mexipina. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Love a good hat. Love a good cowboy hat. Let me adjust these lives here. I'm down south of Montgomery in Laverne. Oh, Christina Hort. Welcome in. Christina Hort, are you new to our live? We haven't seen you. Welcome in. If you are, join our page. We'll start at 9. We'll start 10 after or 20. Oh, you silently watch. Oh, you're one of our silent listeners. I love that. Silent listeners. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Hey, John, welcome back. John, how's school going? How are your classes going? How is school going? Stacy, going really good. Today was our second day of our training at work. We're learning a whole bunch of strategies for reading comprehension. It was a long one today. Got 2 more days of the training left. 2 more days. But they feed us really good though. On Monday we had an In-N-Out truck. And then today we had the Habit, which is really good. That I don't mind, the food. Food is really good. Oh, you just got done studying? What are you studying right now? Is it your anthropology? I think it was anthropology, or I was in school to be a teacher for high school history, but this oh yeah, doing good. Just finished all my midterms with A's. Yay, John! Excellent. So you were gonna do high school to be a for high school history, but yeah, you have to be a real. We have a lot of at my middle school, we have a lot of progressive history teachers. Just relax, we haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Anatomy, that's what it was. Just relax. I know you were studying for a CMA, I think it was. We haven't seen you in a while. Oh, good. All A's, excellent. Loved the kids and the profession, but I can't. Yeah, it's really, it's tricky. Very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. All right, let me go ahead and turn on the main light. Actually, I think we have enough light. We're gonna start with, well, we'll see what my eyes say. It's been a few days, pretty busy. Oh, good, good. Well, we're glad to have you back. Just relax, just to keep you updated, we have, we'll keep everybody updated. So we have our butterfly garden. I got the email today saying that our caterpillars have been shipped. So we're manifesting strong caterpillars. The butterflies, they'll turn into they're called painted lady butterflies. It's interesting, I had a course in it earlier. Oh, nice. So we should either be getting them tomorrow or Thursday. We got 2 containers. We have 5 for the East Coast and then 5 for the West Coast. Let's hope I treat this a lot better. So when we get the caterpillars, they come in a container. At the bottom, there's the food. So you keep the caterpillars in the container. So we'll be able to look at them like this. And then once they start cocooning, they'll cocoon at the top of the container. And then you rip the container lid off and you place the container, you clip it on the outside and the cocoons will stick. So we'll, it's Robin Miller, so much fun. I really love these. Hey, Christina, welcome back. Yes, Jamie, it's our spring tree. So we're keeping an eye out for that. I remember my 5th grade teacher, she got the monarch butterfly one, and we got to actually see when it was coming out of the cocoon. It's so pretty. Yes, Brie, very pretty. Yes, we love a good. We had butterflies when I was in kindergarten. Mine was named Magic. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I was inspired by our glitter butterflies that we have. They're so pretty. Our butterflies. Butterfly tree. Then, what was the second thing I was going to show you? Oh, tomorrow is Project Wednesday. The East Coast already picked out their colors for their project tomorrow. We're going to be doing spring birds. Right, Faith? I know, huh? A little barn. I get an egg and a heat lamp, and let's see what it does. So the East Coast, they're going to have a yellow bird with pink and purple wings. And they're going to do 4 layers. So the West Coast, while we're reading today, I want you guys to be thinking about what color you want your bird and then what color you want the wings. We have all the primary colors. We've got pink and we've got red as well and white. So this is be our project for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Project Wednesday. For those of you who are new. All right. Hey, Anna, welcome in. We're going to continue the Frog and Toad storybook favorites. Frog and Toad storybook. My class also hatches baby chicks. Oh, how fun, Bree. Bree, do you order those, or is that for a local farm that gives them to you? That would be so much fun. I would be afraid of the cats, though. They get a little too happy with that. All right, Frog and Toad. I didn't read to you guys spring, so we're going to read spring today. Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. Oh, they come from the local farm? Okay. He knocked on the front door. There was no answer. Toad, Toad, shouted Frog. Wake up, it's spring. Blah, said a voice from inside the house. Toad, Toad, cried Frog. The sun is shining. The snow is melting. Wake up. I am not here, said the voice. This year we're actually... Oh, you guys are doing ducklings? Oh, how fun. Oh, and your brother adopted 10 chicks. Yeah, I have to be taken out of... So funny. So here's our friend Frog. I think this is Frog, right? Yeah, Frog is going to visit Toad. Look at Toad's little cottage in the woods. We love a cottage with a little roof, like the snow's melting, spring is coming. You have an apartment, Duck? Yeah. He's knocking on the door and wants to visit his friend. Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. Toad, where are you? Called Frog. Go away, said the voice from a corner of the room. Toad was lying in bed. He had pulled all the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of bed. He pushed him out of the house and onto the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. Help, said Toad. I cannot see anything. So he goes inside the house. All the shutters are closed. Everything's dark. Toad is still in bed. It's a nice spring day. Frog came to visit him. I think Toad might be a little bit depressed. He hasn't realized yet that that winter is over. Don't be silly, said Frog. What you see is the clear, warm light of April. And it means that we can begin a whole new year together. Think of it, said Frog. We will skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river. In the evenings, we will sit right here on this front porch and count the stars. You can count on them, or you can count them, Frog, said Toad. I will be too tired. I am going back to bed. Not even with all of that did he convince Toad to stay up. He brought him out to the porch, told him the sun is out, we're going to do all these fun things, we're going to count the stars. Toad wasn't convinced. Was not convinced. Crested gecko, leopard gecko, and a bearded dragon. Oh, you already have a lot. Toad went back into the house. He got into the bed and pulled the covers over his head again. But Toad, cried Frog, you will miss all the fun. Listen, Frog, said Toad, how long have I been asleep? You have been asleep since November, said Frog. Well then, said Toad, a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up about 1/2 May. Good night, Frog. I think you're on the right track for that. Just relax, you're sleepy now. Yeah, you're on the East Coast. You're in Upper New York. Hey, Dartini, welcome in. You're in upstate New York. It's already, what, 12 o'clock over there? Come back again and wake me up about 1/2 May. So he just went right back to bed. Didn't want to hear anything about it. But Toad, said Frog, I will be lonely until then. Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page. So there's Frog. It's November. Frog is my husband. I am the Toad. So there he is, looking at the calendar. It's November, and Toad told him not to come back until April. He tore off the December page and the January page, the February page and the March page. He came to the April page. Frog tore off the April page too. Now remember that Frog, or Toad told him not to bother him until May. So he went to the calendar and tore off all the pages. He's going to make time go as fast as possible. Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed. Toad, Toad, wake up. It is May now. What? Said Toad. Can it be May so soon? Yes, said Frog. Look at your calendar. Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top. Why, it is May, said Toad as he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. Matt, he fooled his friend. It only worked in real life to be enjoying. Oh, yes, exactly. I agree. All year round, huh? So he convinced them it was May. They went outside to go and enjoy the spring day together. The end. Frog and Toad storybook favorites. Spring. Okay, let's take a vote 1 through 10 for our first book of the night. Spring. What do you guys rate it? I give it a 10. Frog and Toad. You can never go wrong with Frog and Toad. Can never go wrong with Frog and Toad. I give it a 10. Feral Feminist, welcome in. The dramatic laugh. I have a hard time sleeping, so when I do, I'm down for the count. Oh, okay, yes. Well, we hope you, that's what we want, to put everybody to sleep. So they have a nice, peaceful night. Feral Feminist, 10. Janelle Howell. Janelle Howell, welcome back. 10. Anna, 9. Just Relax, 10. Yes, a classic. We love a good classic. And if I remember correctly, you guys got a lot of good titles yesterday. A lot of good titles. Let's organize our books here. Let's see what we have in the stacks. This one is called Always With You. This one is an older, I think this one has to do with the Vietnam War. Let's look and see what's inside. We love a good inside cover. We've got this gold chromatic, like a chromatic steel gold inside. Always With You. Kim, come to me. Don't be afraid. I will always be with you. Those are the only words I remember my mama saying to me. 3 short sentences. But I guess you remember words that are whispered at the bottom of a bombed out crater. Where once your house stood when you were 4 years old, when you were alone. Oh yeah, this is what we love. These are one of the strong points of children's literature. When we can take a serious topic and create it for kids so they can have an understanding of it. But it's also good for adults as well. That day, Mama sent me to play under the umbrella of green coconut palms just outside my village. A few moments later, the earth shook. The golden straw houses of my village exploded into orange clouds of fire. So here we have our little friend here. She's out playing by the coconut trees. Big explosion. When I finally dared crawl to where my mama might be, I thought I heard my name. I almost missed her words. Kim, come to me. I slid down into the deepness of a hole where my house had been. Mama held me close and whispered, "Don't be afraid." Then she laid her hand on my head like a blessing. breathing her last words, I will always be with you. Oh. Her last words. Yes. I will always be with you. I was alone, all alone on that day, the fiery day in my village in Vietnam. Angry sounds tumbled, shout after shout, into my not knowing what to do. I heard, "There's one left alive," and then felt the butt of a green crack across the back of my head on that day. That blackout day in my village in Vietnam. Okay, so not only does she lose her mom, but you got these soldiers here who knock her out. Horrible. The soldier thought I was dead, but I wasn't. I don't know how long I lie there, but when I woke up, everything was hazy. There were no colors, nor have there ever been since that day. I was thirsty, real thirsty. My body hurt, my head throbbed on that day, that gray day in my village in Vietnam. Just relax. So true. I was just thinking about that the other day. I know the U.S. is in an uproar right now, but it's crazy how that, yeah. We live in a bubble here in the United States. We live in a bubble. Like a very, I don't know how thick, but a very big bubble. Yeah. We're very lucky. We're very blessed. Very blessed, very lucky. In my mind, I heard my mama saying, "Don't be afraid, Kim. I will always be with you." Then other sounds tumbled, word after word, into my not knowing what to do. Hey, Caitlin Stevens, welcome in. Give every story in a portrait somewhere. Kind words I did not understand, for men I could not see. I did not know them, but I did not fear them. They carried me to their noisy machine and gave me sips of water. They said, "Here, Kim, gum." So we have some soldiers that found her. We are very blessed, and especially to be in this era too, this timeline, where even the houses, I mean, my apartment's really small, but I've got air conditioning, I've got internet, I've got TV, I have this, I have you guys across the United States. Blessed! Blessed! I chewed and chewed and chewed the gum's sweetness. It tasted like silvery sparkles in my mouth. Long after the sweetness was gone, I was still chewing. The gum would not go away. I thought to myself, I will keep this gum forever. I traveled with the soldiers for several days. They made a soft bed for me. I felt stronger. But when I rubbed my eyes, the world still didn't become clear. At night, the darkness was darker than the gray of my day. Yes, Monica, very blessed. Tonight, when you click that light off and you're getting ready to sleep, get those covers and bundle them around you and just think for a moment. Safe. The safety in my room. The safety of my bed. Safe. Yes, I'm very blessed. We're very lucky. Very lucky. My adoptive dad, Avian. That said they were in the war. Yes, winners. Children to fight in the war. Yes. Yes. The soldiers said orphanage and China Beach. I did not know those words. But one day they brought me to a place that would be my home for the next 5 years. They brought me to Owang and Ba Jones, whose love helped me and hundreds of other children feel safe. Their hearts must have been as big as barrels and filled with every color of the rainbow. Oh, makes me opinion your dad was in the Vietnam War? Yeah, this must hit home then. I went to school. I perched on a bench at a table on the front porch of the orphanage. Cool breezes fanned our sun-bright faces. I could not see, but my friend Vin helped me learn. Wow. Nemi, yeah, this is our spring tree, Nemi. Nemi, if you're new to life, please join. It's our spring tree. We've had a Christmas tree, we've had a Valentine's Day tree, this is now our Easter tree. We had spring, now this is our Easter tree. So I don't think she can see, she's blind. Poor girl, gosh. After school, I would make my way to the sandy beach where Vin and I splashed in the water. We'd sing, "Bluebird, bluebird, in and out of the window." "Oh, Johnny, I'm tired," we'd shout. "Hey, Bluebird, are you tired yet?" Our answer was always, "Not yet." During the day, Vin and I were two bluebirds playing our bluebird games in Vietnam. That's them at the beach. At night, I cried for my mama. Ong and Ba would come when they heard me crying. They would sit next to me on my bed. "Kim, we can't bring your mama back to you, but you are safe here. Don't be afraid." Don't be afraid, my mama's words. Thank you so much. Just relax. So she was crying out at night, missing her mom. I can only imagine. That's torture for a little kid. And then Ong and Bao came. This is the West Coast feed, Nemi. We put the East Coast to sleep. East Coasters should be asleep. Some of them stayed up late. And now we're on the West Coast, putting everybody to sleep. One timeline at a time. I spoke those words to my first baby doll, who arrived in a wooden crate from a faraway place. I kissed her soft face, held her close to me, laid my hand on her head like a blessing, and said, "Don't be afraid, I will always be with you." I imagined her brown eyes, full of light, smiling at me. I don't know how I felt safe when I was 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 years old, but I did. She had a lot of suffering when she was a kid. A lot of suffering. How do you feel full when there is not enough food to eat? When the rice and fish and hot pepper sauce are gone and you suck on buttons? How do you feel sheltered when you are memorizing? Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, and bombs are exploding in the distance. How do you feel secure when the dreams of your mama disappear in the dawn of the day? When you realize your only family is 2 loving people and hundreds of brothers and sister orphans? How do you see color in spite of hazy gray? I can't imagine losing a parent that way. I lost my mom at 4, but that was a medical. Oh, okay. 4 years old. I can't remember. Let me see. I lost both parents before I turned 18. Oh my goodness, just relax. Yes, they took that from me. Sage Minty? No. Mm-mm. Texting your ex? Never a good idea. I hear my mama's words. I will always be with you. I feel her hand on my head like a blessing. And I am not afraid. She is not afraid. The end. Always with you. So it's a good one. A good reminder to count our blessings that we have here in the US of A. Mexi Pina, 10. Yes, Sage Money, very sweet. Yes. John, 10 out of 10. Would it be story time? Would not? Yes. No, Faith, it wouldn't. Monica, yes, very good. Janelle Howell, 10. Count our blessings. I know, Anna, 10 out of 10, just relaxing. I know some of us might have some issues right now. I know some of us might have something pressing on us. But tonight, count your blessings. John, what time is it or what's the temperature right now in Vermont? John, what's the temperature right now in Vermont? Hey, Ash, welcome in. Oh, good. You got your TikTok. All right. Excellent. Faith, 10, a very serious one. Yes. A very serious one, yeah. Every once in a while, we dig deep. This is probably one of my favorites. Yes. John. Mm-hmm. This is probably one, yeah. Count our blessings. It's like, 31 degrees. John, 31 degrees. Imagine, over 100 years ago, people in Vermont had to sleep in the cold, and you have a bed to sleep in. Tomorrow is never promised, but today we are definitely blessed. Very true. Just for yep. It'll always be worse. We are blessed even when we have little. Exactly. Sometimes we have exactly what some people are praying for. Mm-hmm. I'm a teacher and read kids I love. Aw, Dee Dee Alexander, welcome in. What grade do you teach, Dee Dee? Always with you. And I'm here freezing at 52 degrees. Right, Mexi Pina? We have, I have my air conditioner on because it's been hot. I'm on the second level though. So the heat rises. It gets hot in here. Oh, K-5 specialist. Same here. I think we've been in touch before, right, Dee? Are you in Jersey or the East Coast? 31 here too. Oh, this one. Yeah, nice and cozy in your little rooms. It's cold outside. You have a warm bed with sheets, a pillow, a hot bath if you need it. 50 here in North Carolina, but my boyfriend keeps it at 67. So, all right. We have tea. We have candles. We have our salt rock. Makes sense. It's not conforming. Mm-hmm. We have our salt rock, our fireplace, our spring tree. Yeah. We have our fireplace. Neighbor. Yes, you guys are almost neighbors. True. Lots of blessings. Lots of things to be happy for. All right, let's dig in the stacks. Let's see what other books we have today. We have read 2 out of 4. This one looks like it's a good one. Oh, I think I read this one already. Have you seen my blankie? Yeah, we read this one already. This is from the Red Pile. All right, let's go into the bag and see what we got. Oh, speaking of which, Miss Maccabee's Miracle. I'm just saying, if the tree disappears, it wasn't. Miss Maccabee's Miracle. We know that this one's going to be a good one. Somebody said that Passover is coming, right? Right, the Mary Poppins bag of books, right? This is our bag. We go to the library, we fill it up, walk out. Faith, I walk out like this. They don't see me in my shame with all the books. Miss Maccabee's Miracle. I saw this one on display and I thought I have to get this one. Have to get it. This is for our Jewish brothers and sisters. Passover is coming soon. I'm going to turn on the main light because it's a little dark in here. Give me 1 second, guys. We have Passover, we have Lent, the 40 days of Lent, we've got Easter coming. Lola, they usually give me about 2 weeks. East Coast Seas. Yes, they usually give me about 2 weeks, but you can go online and then extend it. It's really easy. Yes, I know, I hate that. Just relax. Ugh. Or it puts the wrong letter in. The Maccabee house in Modi's Inn was full of happiness and noise. Mr. and Miss Maccabee and their 5 sons were a jolly, busy family. A few times a year, the Maccabee men would go to Jerusalem to help in the Holy Temple. Mom, have you seen my traveling cloak? Cloaks don't grow legs and walk away. Where you leave them is where they stay. I still can't find it. On the hook near the window. Thanks, Mom. So these are the Maccabees. I think the Maccabees is only in the Catholic book, the Catholic Bible. The Maccabees always... I always remember the Maccabees because when I was a kid and we'd go to church, me and my brother and sister, every time the priest would say the Maccabees, we would laugh. And you know when you're in church and it's quiet, that's when you laugh the best. The Maccabee family. When the Maccabees weren't helping in the temple, they spent their time studying and teaching Torah. Mom, have you seen my scroll? Scrolls don't grow legs and walk away. Where you leave them is where they stay. I still can't find it. On the table. Thanks, Mom. Oh, they're really... Yeah, the Maccabees. I'm a basic knowledge kind of Christian, so... Yeah. The Maccabees aren't in the... they're not in... It's not in the Protestant Bible. It's in the Catholic Bible. Catholics have to be extra. We have to have an extra book in our Bible. Ay, ay, ay. So the Maccabees would study the Torah. Mom, she always knows where everything's at in the house. One day, a Greek kingdom led by King Antiochus took over the land of Israel and passed a law that Jews couldn't study Torah anymore. We're getting deep tonight. We're getting deep. But the Jews wanted to keep studying Torah. In order to fool the Greeks, they came up with a plan. Oh, your grandpa was strict old school? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my mom. My mom, like my aunt would say about my grandma, you don't fuck with her religion. You don't fuck with her religion. That's true. Onward. Yep. So like my mom. So one day a Greek kingdom led by King Antiochus took over the land of Israel and passed a law. I had a heavy lunch, so I skipped dinner. I'm regretting it now. Yeah, I totally get that, just for laughing. So they couldn't study the Torah, so they had to leave and find a safe place to do that. Mm-hmm. Yes, faith. I get that. They took their spinning tops with them whenever they studied. If they saw a Greek soldier who might suspect they were studying, they quickly took out their spinning tops and pretended they were just playing a game. Mom, have you seen my spinning top? Tops don't grow legs and walk away. Where you leave them is where they stay. I still can't find it. In the box under your bed. Thanks, Mom. So here's the kids. They were studying the Torah, and anytime the Greek soldiers would come, they would bring out their little spindles. And then he was asking for his spinning top. He couldn't find it. The Greeks made life harder and harder for the Jews. Finally, the Jews decided to fight back. Mom, have you seen my spear? Spears don't grow legs and walk away. Where you leave them is where they stay. I still can't find it. Next to the door. Thanks, Mom. Yes. Okay, yeah, this is a really good one. It's very historical, too. What's happening today with our Palestinian friends? The Maccabees fought very bravely. Although they were only a small army, they beat the mighty Greeks. As soon as the final battle was over, the Maccabees went straight to the temple in Jerusalem. Their first task was to find a jug of oil to relight the great menorah. Hey, Amy, welcome in. Welcome back. So they won the battle against the Greeks. Went into the temple to light the great menorah. The inclusivity is appreciated. There's so many of us. Yes. The live is our safe space within this square screen. No, rectangular screen. We leave out the world. Everybody is welcome. We leave the world outside. But the Greeks left a big mess, and the Maccabees couldn't find the oil anywhere. They looked, they searched, and they hunted, but without luck. What would Mom say? They asked each other. And they could hear her voice saying, jugs of oil don't grow legs and walk away. Where you leave them is where they stay. Faith, yes, we had some really good ones. We had this one about, I forgot their names. It was Jahar. I think it was Jahar. It was a Jewish woman and a Palestinian woman, and they were both friends, and they shared their oils. And then there was another one, a Palestinian family, and the olive trees. Really good. Really good. I have those in my basket, my Amazon basket. I haven't bought them yet, though. Lo and behold, they remember where they last seen the little jug of oil before the great battle. There wasn't much oil left in the jug, just enough to last for a day. But when they relit the menorah, the flames burned not for just one day, but for 8 whole days. Just to relax. You remember those, right? I forgot what the name was. Fatima. I think one of them's name was Fatima. Fatima. Every year in the happy, noisy house of Modi's Inn, Miss Maccabee would tell the story of Hanukkah's to her jolly, busy family. And then the Maccabees found a jug of oil to light the menorah, she would say, nodding at the twinkling lights. Without my help. Mom, she's got jokes. Indeed, she would say, a great miracle happened here. Oh, do they really? Oh, halal, yum. That's some good food. The end. Miss Maccabee's Miracle. This is a good one. It's very educational. Gives us a surface level, but a deep dive into past the menorah, the Maccabees, the lamb chicken over rice. Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, Indian food too. Indian food's the same. They love their spices too. They love their spices. All right. Let's see what we have read as some of your votes might have shifted. As some of your votes might have shifted. Indian food. Oh, really? Yeah, you gotta try Faith. They do, or Faith, they have mild flavors. Frog and Toad, we read Spring. And then Always With You, Vietnam Story. And then Miss Maccabee's Miracle. I really like 3. I really like 3. This was a good one. Yeah, the butter chicken is really good. John John 2. Mexipina 2. Faith 3. Monica 3. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. Anna 2. You guys have gotten good titles 2 nights in a row. Good titles. Anna 2. Yeah, just relax. Hard choices, I agree. Janelle Howell 2. Yeah, the Vietnam one is really good. All right, let's see. Let me get some tea. Gosh, our night is going by quick. It's only 9:50. We're already on our 3rd book. They missed the Golden Truck one. Which Golden Truck is that one, Faith? Okay, let me look inside our bag and see what we have of interest. Let's see if there's any here that we need something lighthearted because we've gone deep. We went really deep with the last 2. Let me see what we have here in the stacks. What do we got in the stacks? We're gonna read this one. This one's a classic. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, Toe and Plow, yeah. Yeah, really good ones. Guys, The Tortoise and the Hare. It's an Aesop fable. We've had this one. We've had our own with Bertle and Hurdle. Yeah, I think because the the West Coast is a little sleepier. This one's very familiar. This is a classic, The Tortoise and the Hare. I got this one because it's got a very spring feel to it. Look at this end page here. Doesn't it? I agree. You got the little possums here. You got the sun. We always love a happy sun in children's literature. In the fields. The Tortoise and the Hare. We love forest friends when they have little cottages in a tree. They got little clothes hanging on the line, collecting their dinner. We love a good landscape, yes. Yeah, the hair-shaped hole. Just relax, yes. Smiling Sun takes me back to my PSD of Teletubbies as a kid. Oh no. We love a good little, a little home with a door, little rabbits, little chickies. One summer day, the animals decided to go on a picnic. They set off across a meadow and settled under a tree. After the picnic, they enjoyed games and races. Then Tortoise said to Hare, "I bet I can beat you in a running race." Everyone laughed. They all knew how slow Tortoise walked and how fast Hare ran. But Hare replied, "Very well, Tortoise, I accept your challenge." They agreed that the race should end where it began, going in a circle from the tree and back to the tree. This one's a good one. So here are all the forest friends. They're just having a nice summer day, nice summer picnic. They have all the foods, all the toys, or all the sports activities. Their picnics. They got cake. They have fruits and vegetables. Mama possums are eating to the baby possum. The chicken is there, the rabbits. And then you got the tortoise and the hare. They want to race. The animals chose a duck to start the race. "Quack, quack," shouted the duck. Everyone cheered. The runners were off. In less than a minute, Hare was across the meadow. He looked back over his shoulder and saw that Tortoise had not even left the shade of the tree. Yeah, Faith, these were very traditional. We love a good traditional illustrated children's book. You've got the sun. You have all these little pretty little trees here, the butterflies, the mole. And there's the hare. He got off to a good start. And you can't even see the tortoise. He's all the way in the back. You got the little cottage in the back here. The trees surrounding it. The birds. Hare raced on. He passed a farm without stopping. Then he ran through a golden cornfield. Hare jumped over a stile and into a lane. Hare looked about but saw no one else in the lane. So he hopped leisurely along, taking his time. "There is no hurry," he said to himself with a smile. "If I walk all the way, I will still win." Again, the little fields of gold. We love a good colonial. Oh, so-op, yes. This fable shows arrogance and ego is always going to be a demise. Yes, Faith, very true. We love a good cottage, colonial cottage with a scarecrow and fields of gold. The little rabbit. So let me show you. There is a book that we have here that has one of the best illustrations I've ever seen. Let me find it really quick. Let me find it. It's in the stacks in here somewhere. I thought it was. Oh, here it is. When are You're Snug with Me? This one's got gorgeous, very detailed illustrations. Look at that. Gorgeous patterns. Patterns upon patterns upon patterns. Details upon details upon details. There's 2 in this series. We read this one. This one's way overdue. I gotta turn this one in. Been holding on to it for too long. He came to a cottage. He nipped around to the back garden where the vegetables grew. He ate a whole row of lettuce, some carrot tops, and a large, crisp cabbage. Meanwhile, Tortoise trudged on across the meadow and through the golden corn until he reached the stile. He went under the stile and started to walk along the dusty lane. Hare spent a long time in the garden, tasting this and nibbling that. He ate more than enough. He was very, very full. But then he just ate a fallen apple and another apple. He was so full that his stomach bulged out on both sides. How do you feel about AI being used to create books and illustrations? Hey, Allison, welcome in. Good to see you. Faith, a good AI is a good collaboration tool. AI, even though it's technology, the human heart, it doesn't have a human heart. As long as as long as you have a human heart to program the AI, it will bring out your emotions. Bring out. If you don't have a good story and you just put words in, it's going to type something very robotic. But if you collaborate with it and you put in words that only you know, that are very authentic to you, it'll spit that out, and it becomes very different. So we shouldn't be afraid of technology. Hare came to a cottage. Oh no, we already read that. Okay. Hare went on until he came to a stream. He took a long, long drink, as his huge lunch and the hot day had made him extremely thirsty. Then he spotted his old friend Mr. Fox sitting on the grassy bank of the stream. Hare and Mr. Fox started talking, and they went on, talking for quite some time, like old friends do. John, it's very true. You have to have technology is only as good as the human is. So Hare was eating a lot, wasting his time, started chit-chatting with his friend the fox. Meanwhile, Tortoise is taking his time. Tortoise plodded along, slowly but surely. At last he came to the cottage. Tortoise felt hot and a bit hungry. His short legs felt tired. But he walked right past the cottage and the gate, which led to the garden. He wondered where Hare was now. Hare and Mr. Fox had said goodbye to each other. The hare continued on his way, and Mr. Fox went the other way on some errands of his own. People just have talent. People are really talented. And it's interesting because you can write the words, but you need to find somebody who matches what you're thinking. Because you may be good at the words and you may be good at the story, but how do you bring the picture to life? Like this one. Look at the little cottage. We love a good thatched roof. We love a good thatched roof in children's literature. And 2 little chimneys and a little garden outside. Later in the afternoon, Hare came to a cornfield, which had been harvested. A hedge full of honeysuckle and wild roses grew around the field. Hare felt very drowsy, so he stopped to rest under the hedge. I have eaten too much, he said to himself. There is plenty of time for a nap. Tortoise is far behind. Hare stretched out, sighed deeply, and fell asleep. Would have pictures. Yes, I agree, Faith. That's why I like reading kids' books. A good imagination makes a good drawer. Yes. So, I don't have a favorite author yet, but I have a favorite illustrator. I'll show you that in a moment. But look how pretty look at how springy. Look at how pretty that is. And Hare, he got so fat from eating, he fell asleep. Isn't it, Amy? It's really pretty on the soft colors. Yellows and purples, greens, spotted, almost like water paints. Yes, the little bees, butterflies. Just like archery, we have our butterflies and our little chickies for the spring. We love a good heart. Thank you so much, Victoria. I really appreciate that. The heat of the long summer afternoon and the heavy perfume of the flowers had made Hare oversleep. When he awoke, there were long shadows across the grass, and the sun had fallen down behind the wood. Hare sat up and rubbed his eyes. Where was Tortoise? Hare could not see him in any direction. But hey, Hare got a really good nap. He woke up and did not know what dimension he was in. When you wake up from a nap and you have no idea where you're at, that's when you know you slept really good. Really good. Really good. Look at the little, we continue to see, look at these beautiful colors here in the background, these watercolors. Yeah. Oh, the Giving Tree? Yes, Faith, the Giving Tree is really good. John, it's a really good nap. I remember one time I took a nap and I woke up after work. This was after work. I woke up and it was light outside and I thought that I had overslept. I thought it was morning. I thought I had overslept and I got scared. And I was like, wait, I just came back from work and I took a nap. That was a really good nap. With sleep marks, exactly. Sleep marks. You know you were in another dimension. Now Tortoise had passed right by Hare, sleeping under the hedge. Tortoise heard Hare snoring. Although Tortoise was hot and tired, he just plodded slowly on. The little animals who lived on either side of the track came out and cheered him on. Tortoise walked right around the cornfield without a pause, and went under the gate and back into the meadow. The circle was nearly complete. There's little Tortoise trudging on. There's the little rabbit friends cheering him on. Look at how pretty these are. These colors, pinks, reds, yellows. Look at these pinks and these whites. Just dotted. Dotted. And these little pinks here. I just don't know. It makes me... Oh, really? Oh, for migraine sufferer? Yes. Yes, this is a very pretty page. The little creatures up here in the trees. Yeah, Bob Ross art. I agree. The tortoise reminds us to never give up, and even when we are told we can't. Exactly. Hare sat up in alarm. He looked back along the lane. Tortoise was nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, in the distance, Hare heard all the animals cheering. Then Hare knew, too late, what had happened. He sprang up and raced right around the cornfield, under the gate, and back onto the meadow. Hare is like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to make him win. I'm not going to let him win. The tiny bird. Yeah, the little birds on the tree are cute. Little squirrelies. And they've got a little house. There's a little bell on the door. Sweet. And there's Hare trying to catch up. Look at those legs. Bunny feet. How the animals cheered. How Hare raced across the meadow, but he was too late. Tortoise had won the race. Hare was the first to congratulate Tortoise. Guys, look at this picture. I'm going to zoom out, and then we're going to zoom in. And then look at how pretty this picture is. Companion is a thief of joy. We'll have our own stories to complete. Yep, at our own speed. The trees and the little hills and the little cottages in the background. There's some little huts here too. And you've got all the forest friends. Squirrel, possum, mole, crow, duck, mice. Everybody's here. The owl, the other rabbits are all here to congratulate Tortoise. And even Hare congratulated. There's Tortoise right there. There's the finish line. The little mice, yes. The chickens. They're all there. Here's Hare over here. He's like the birds on the tree. This tree, yeah, this one right here. And there's one. I think there's one right there. Look at these colors back here. So pretty, these pinks and oranges and yellows. I love pinks and oranges and yellows together. The horizon. The horizon. Yeah, he kicked it in high gear, but it was a little too late. Yes, Faith, very true. Well done, Tortoise said. You have won because you went steadily along and did not waste time. I can run faster, much faster than anyone else. So I took it easy. Even fell asleep. It was my own fault that I lost. Well, at least let that be a lesson to us all, said the wise old badger. Then the tired animals packed up their bags and picnic baskets and went home. Yeah, we love a good self-aware rabbit. Look at how pretty this picture is, the nighttime, the night sky. We love a good moon in children's literature. Blues and violets and whites. Purples. Hare. They're still friends. They're still friends. Everybody's going to bed. Everybody's taking off. All the excitement is over. Aw, and then look at the end page. Look at how pretty that is. We love a good moon. We love a good moon. The night sky. And the trees. Yeah, Faith. Very true. The tortoise and the hare. Yeah, the moon does have a hat. I noticed that. A little pajama hat. All right, let's take a vote. We're not going to tell the East Coast feed, but the West Coast feed, you guys got really good books tonight. Really good books. You guys started with the classics, Frog and Toad. Then we went deep with Always With You, A Vietnam Story. Oh, Faith, you're East Coast time? Okay. Yeah, we won't tell anybody. The Maccabees Miracle for our Passover friends. I might read this one tomorrow to the East Coast. And then we ended it with a classic with gorgeous illustrations, The Tortoise and the Hare. Let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. 1 for Toad and Frog. Oh, you only saw the 4th one? Always With You. Maccabees. Or Tortoise and the Hare. I think I'm going to go with 4, The Tortoise and the Hare. This was a good one. Illustrations, top tier. John 2. Our little ant friend 2. 3, Amy 4, Monica 4, Faith, hard to pick. I was only here for 4. Amy, oh really? Aw. I was only here for 4. Okay, Janelle Howell 2. A couple of people asked some questions. Chiquita, same. Okay, you were only here for 4? Okay. A couple of people asked some questions. Oh, my favorite illustrations and my favorite stories. Let me show you my favorite illustrations. I say 2. The life hack for these is to be in both streams. Double dip in read. Crate day tomorrow. Craft day tomorrow. Yes, Amy, I understand what you were saying. Tomorrow we are doing spring birds. Tomorrow we'll be reading one book, and then we will get right into our spring bird. I want you guys to be thinking about what color you want your bird. We're going to be using embellishments for the eyes. And I got 2 into it, and I finished at 11:45. Oh, wow. Good for you, Allison. Excellent, Ellie. And then we're going to be using tissue paper. Now, the East Coast feed already picked their colors. They're going to do a yellow bird. And then they're going to do pink and purple feathers. So I want you guys to be thinking about, what about a color that matches the books? Guys, anything you want. I have all the primary colors in tissue paper. I also have some Valentine's Day's tissue paper that I saved, so I got some red and pink. Yes, Amy, a pink is a good one. And remember, we've got all our embellishments. We have our embellishment kit here. Oh, we need to do our, and if you guys want a glittery, bird, we have chunky glitter that we were able to purchase with the proceeds that we got for our lives. Guys, chunky glitter. For the person that's asking for the time, 10 o'clock in the East Coast. So if you're in the East Coast, 10 o'clock at night. And then if you're on the West Coast, 9 o'clock. If you're in the central time zones, it's usually about 1 hour before. So if it's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, it'll be 9 o'clock for you guys. So we got chunky glitter. So if you guys want to, if you guys don't want your bird to be used with oil pastels, we got chunky glitter. We have with chunky green glitter body. Oh, Amy, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for tomorrow. We also have this red. Look at how gorgeous that is. Those of you who are regulars to the live, we have this copper fine color. So guys, I want you to think about, dang, they will outshine us in glitter in the East Coast. Faith, no, usually the West Coast is the one that comes up with. So let me show you guys from the past. So this one here, this butterfly here is from the East Coast. They used gold chunky glitter for their butterflies. Look at how pretty that is. Came out gorgeous. Gold has to be my favorite chunky glitter to use. So this is the East Coast. These are the colors they came up with. But then look at the West Coast. The West Coast always comes up with the West Coast call these Barbie colors. But look at how pretty theirs is. Yes, help pick yellow for the East Coast. So I had some input. Yes. Look at how pretty this one is. Look at that shimmer. And then look at their embellishments that they got. They've got these gold, these jewel encrusted circles. Jewel encrusted, and then they got these little pretty hearts here. And then they decided to use a little jewel encrusted for the head. And then they did, their chenille was sparkly. And then they used a copper body. Look at how pretty that is. Yes, Amy, if you go into my, I'll show you that in a moment. Chunky gold. Look at how pretty that is. So I want you guys to be thinking about what colors you want for your art piece tomorrow. Look at how pretty she is on that. Look at that. Look at it. And then we have this one here. And then this one was the model. This was the model that we did. This is to show everybody what it looks like. I should have put some embellishments here as well, but I didn't really do that. I'd love to see all the crafts made and posted on there. Aw, yeah, I think I'm new here at Crafting Con. Chiquita, join our page. We do Project Wednesday. A project every Wednesday. We do an ornament for our tree. So join the page. These are my handles. Follow me on YouTube. If you go to my profile on TikTok, you'll get sent to my YouTube channel. All these lives get uploaded overnight onto YouTube. So if you want to have background noise at work, or if you want somebody to put you to sleep, YouTube. Instagram, edmartin50gx. It's the same as this one. This one has my, I'm writing my first children's book, so you'll get a lot of background information on the process of my children's book. Donations, PayPal and Venmo. Oh, okay, yeah. PayPal and Venmo, edmartin50gx. Any proceeds go to the arts and crafts that we do. So with the donations and then with the little things that I got on TikTok, we were able to buy our butterfly garden. And then we were able to buy our ornaments for St. Patrick's Day. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This brings me a lot of joy to do it. And then I showed this, guys, I showed earlier this to the East Coast. We were talking about journaling, and I saw this journal one time, and I had to buy it. I already have 2 books that I journal in regularly. They haven't been used yet. It's my Sleeping Beauty journal. But look at all these jewels on the outside. Isn't that pretty? And you get this little sash here. The Disney store. Then when you open it up, it's got like this little gold trim here. Right? And then you open it up and you have Sleeping Beauty here. I was telling the East Coast I'm gonna get a quill, a feather quill, so that I can write all my secret thoughts in my Sleeping Beauty journal. But guys, it was $35. I bought this a while ago. I probably bought this back like in October. I went to the Disney. No, it was last summer I bought it because I went to Disneyland and I saw this and I was like, I have to get it. Have to get it. Yes, definitely worth the encrusted jewels. We love encrusted jewels. We love them. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for the 23,000 likes. Let's do our cherry blossom. Almost forgot about that. We have to add to the spring tree. What do I do with the spray paint? Gotta add to the spring tree. I forgot what I did with the spray paint. Oh well. We'll have to do it another night. Alright, we're gonna put the blossom here. Makes it look really pretty. Alrighty, friends, have a good night. Amy, you can see, oh, okay. Yeah, you can see the, it could be fun. Burn book, yeah. Fake, right? Yeah. All my secrets. Yes, everybody have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow for Project Wednesday. See you guys later.